this is all about plasticity index. This is all about plasticity index. So this is first Atterberg indices. So three limits are there, Atterberg limits: liquid limit, plastic limit, and shrinkage limit. Liquid limit, plastic limit, and shrinkage limit. And Atterberg indices are also there. So first one we studied, that is yes, plasticity index. And what is the formula for plasticity index? This is the common thing you should remember. That is the liquid limit minus plastic limit. Plasticity index is equal to liquid limit minus plastic limit. Liquid limit minus plastic limit. Okay. So now next is a liquidity index. First was plasticity index. It was denoted by IP. Second is a liquidity index. This is denoted by IEL. Liquidity index is denoted by IEL. Liquidity index is denoted by IEL. So what is the liquidity index? The liquidity index is used for scaling the natural water content of a soil sample to the limits. It is the ratio expressed as percentage between natural water content of a soil minus its plastic limit to its plasticity index. And plasticity index is nothing but liquid limit minus plastic limit minus liquid limit minus plastic limit. So what is the liquidity index? Liquidity index is the IEL is equal to W minus WP divided by IP. W minus WP divided by IP. So IP can be written as WP minus liquid limit WL minus WP. So it is the ratio of W minus WP to the plasticity index. To the plasticity index. So this is the formula for liquidity index. This is the formula for liquidity index. So liquidity index, if it is greater than 1, then it is liquid. What the liquidity index denotes? If it is greater than 1, it is fully liquid. And it is less means water content is less and solidity is more. Water content is less and solidity is more. When the liquidity index is greater than 1, then it is liquid. Then it is liquid. When it is in between 0.575 to 1, it is very soft. It is very soft. It is in between 0.5 to 0.75, it is soft. When the liquidity index is in between 0.25 to 0.5, it is medium stiff. And when it is from 0 to 0.25, it is stiff. And when it is less than 0, it is semi-solid. It is semi-solid. So liquidity index tell you what is the liquidity status of soil. Liquidity status of soil. So when it is greater than 1, it is liquid. When it is in between 0.75 to 1, it is very soft. When it is 0.5 to 0.75, it is soft. When it is 0.25 to 0.5, it is medium stiff. And when it is 0 to 0.25, it is stiff. And when it is less than 0, it is semi-solid. It is semi-solid. Semi-solid. So this is all about liquidity index. It is all about liquidity index. It is all about liquidity index. Got it? What are the things? If you have any doubt, you can ask. So दो plasticity, दो हो गए Atterberg indices. एक plasticity index, दूसरा liquidity index. Second is liquidity index. ठीक है? Now next is shrinkage index. Next is shrinkage index. And shrinkage index is denoted by IS. So it is simply plastic limit minus shrinkage limit. So plastic limit, it represents the semi-solid state of consistency, and it is given by plastic limit minus shrinkage limit. So liquid limit minus plasticity limit is plasticity index, and plastic limit minus shrinkage limit is what? It is shrinkage index. अच्छा, लिक्विड लिमिट, प्लास्टिक लिमिट और श्रिंकेज लिमिट में सबसे बड़ा कौन सा रहता? लिक्विड लिमिट. उससे नीचे प्लास्टिक लिमिट. सबसे छोटा क्या रहता? श्रिंकेज लिमिट. सो प्लास्टिक लिमिट में से श्रिंकेज लिमिट निकालो, दैट इज श्रिंकेज इंडेक्स. और फर्स्ट में से सेकंड को निकालो, लिक्विड लिमिट माइनस प्लास्टिक लिमिट निकालो, दैट इज liquid limit. Got it? So next is consistency index. Consistency index. Consistency index is defined as the ratio of liquid limit minus natural water content to the plasticity index. Consistency index is defined as the ratio of liquid limit minus natural water content to the plasticity index. That is WL minus W divided by IP. WL minus W divided by IP. Liquid limit minus water content divided by IP, where WL is equal to water content at liquid limit, W is equal to natural water content, and IP is equal to plasticity index. IP is equal to plasticity. So this is the formula for consistency index. So liquidity index, plasticity index, shrinkage index, and consistency index. You should remember all these formulas. And when the soil is at the liquid limit, soil liquid limit में रहा तो W natural water content पे WL होता, WL minus WL is 0. So when the soil is at the liquid limit, at that time consistency index is 0. Consistency index is 0. When the soil is at liquid limit, consistency index is 0. And when the soil mass is at plastic limit, then W is equal to WP. So WL minus WP क्या हो जाता? Plasticity index. Plasticity index by plasticity index is 1. So when the soil mass is at liquid limit, consistency index is 0. And when the soil is at plasticity index, consistency limit is 1. This is the question asked in my MCQs. You should know it. This is the question to be asked in MCQs. Got it? I hope this much is very much clear to you now. What is consistency index? What is consistency index? This varies from 0 to 1. When the soil state is in plasticity range, वहां भी मैं बताया आपको 0 कब रहता, 1 कब रहता. So when the IC consistency index can be negative also, plasticity index cannot be negative, but consistency index can be negative also. When IC is negative, then soil mass is in liquid state. And finally, the last one is toughness index. What is a toughness index? So toughness index is defined as the ratio of plasticity index to the flow index. Plasticity index to the flow index, that is IP by IF. Flow index is this is plasticity index. Plasticity index कैसा निकालना, flow index निकालना, मैं बताया आपको. इसके रेशियो को क्या बोलते? Toughness index. This ratio is called toughness index. So toughness index is defined as the ratio of plasticity index to flow index. Plasticity index to flow index. I hope the things are clear to you now, till now. If you have any doubts, you can ask. If you have any doubts, you can. Yes.
नोटेशन्स मध्ये डाऊट आहे.
कुठं कशामध्ये बेटा?
नोटेशन्स मध्ये सर इथं फ्लो इंडेक्स आहे आणि श्रिंकेज इंडेक्स आहे. फ्लो इंडेक्स काय करायचं? इथं IF नोटेशनला काय घ्यायचं?
Notations you are in confused, no? Confused state. Which notation?
Shrinkage index.
Shrinkage index notation. Okay. Shrinkage index is IS. This is plastic limit minus shrinkage limit. Okay.
Sir, IF चं notation कुठे नाहीये.
IF कुठे नाही म्हणतात का तुम्ही? IF is flow index. मी शिकवलं नाही अजून तुम्हाला, सांगितलं नाही. IF काय फ्लो इंडेक्स आम्ही लिक्विड लिमिटचा ग्राफ घालून काढतो. ओके
ओके सर.
हे अजून मी सांगितलं नाही बेटा. फ्लो इंडेक्स लिक्विड लिमिट प्रॅक्टिकल करताना मी सांगतो तुम्हाला. ते सेमी लॉग ग्राफ मध्ये राहतंय. That I will tell you afterwards. So this is not the shrinkage index. This is a flow index. Okay, flow index. So till now, plasticity index. First is plasticity index. This is denoted by IP, and its formula is liquid limit minus plastic limit. Liquid limit minus plastic limit. Second is a liquidity index, it is denoted by IL, and IL is equal to ratio of natural water content minus plastic limit divided by plasticity index. And plasticity index is nothing but again liquid limit minus plastic limit. This is the second liquidity index. Plasticity index मध्ये काय माहित होतं आम्हाला, प्लास्टिक किती आहे सॉइल पर्टिक्युलर रेंज मध्ये, आणि ह्याच्याने काय माहित आहे लिक्विड स्टेट ना सॉइल किती लिक्विड स्टेट मध्ये आहे. इफ इट इज greater than 1, IL is greater than 1, means it is totally liquid. But if it is less than 0, then it is in semi-solid state. Third I defined is shrinkage index. Third I defined is shrinkage index, and shrinkage index is denoted by IS, and shrinkage index IS is equal to WP minus WS. WP minus WS. Got it? And finally, consistency index. Consistency index is defined as the ratio of the liquid limit minus natural water content to the plasticity index. That is WL minus W divided by IP. WL is equal to water content at liquid limit. W is equal to natural water content. IP is equal to plasticity index. Plasticity index. आठवण ठेवा, plasticity जेव्हा soil liquid limit मध्ये राहत आहे, consistency index is 0, because here liquid natural water content liquid limit झाल्यानंतर this get cancels, आणि जेव्हा हे प्लास्टिक स्टेट मध्ये राहते प्लास्टिक लिमिट जवळ W natural content plastic limit राहत आहे, then it is 1. Then it is 1. Then I defined toughness index. So please don't get confused with this flow index. Flow index I didn't teach you at all. Flow indexes I didn't teach you at all. So this much we did. Now we will go for the next slide. काय करायचं आता, stop share. Stop share झाल्यानंतर करायचं काय, काय करायचं. So 13th is over. Now I will go for 14th. Okay. Okay. काय करू याला प्रेझेंट करू. Okay, present. So after defining plastic limit, shrinkage limit, अजून दिसत नाही ना बेटा. करतो मी ऍडजस्टमेंट करतो, थांबतो. Yes. आता क्लियर आहे, आता दिसतंय ना.
नो सर,
आता पण नाही अजून. Now beta,
yes sir,
visible.
yes sir,
Yes, sir.
पण लहान आहे ना, हे मोठं कसं करावं ते पण बघावं लागतं मला. बघतो की. ओके. सो नाव आय विल एक्सप्लेन हिअर. इथं काय बघायचं नाही, मी एक्सप्लेन करतो. तर ह्या सगळ्या कन्सिस्टन्सी लिमिट्सचं इम्पॉर्टन्स काय. तर अगोदर तो तुम्हाला माहित होते की जेही 3 अटरबर्ग लिमिट्स आहेत, प्लास्टिक लिमिट, लिक्विड लिमिट आणि श्रिंकेज लिमिट, हे वॉटर कंटेंट आहे. म्हणजे पर्टिक्युलर वॉटर कंटेंटला आम्ही लिक्विड लिमिट म्हणतो, पर्टिक्युलर वॉटर कंटेंटला आम्ही प्लास्टिक लिमिट बोलते हम लोग, और फिर श्रिंकेज लिमिट बोलते हैं. और ये तीनों क्या है, ये बाउंड्रीज है. दीज आर द बाउंड्रीज बिटवीन सॉलिड एंड सेमी सॉलिड एंड प्लास्टिक, and then plastic and liquid, and plastic and liquid. These are the three water contents. These are the three water contents. So what is their significance, what they indicate, so that I will explain little bit here. The consistency limits are related indices are very useful for soil in identification and classification. So केव्हाही तुम्ही soil class, तो पुन्हा एकदा मी सांगतो तुम्हाला, again and again I am repeating, soil classification is very important topic. हमारा सॉइल हे क्ले आहे, हे सिल्ट आहे, हे सॅन्ड आहे, हे बोल्डर आहे, हे प्लास्टिक आहे, लिक्विड आहे, हे काय करायचं आहे, ते सॉइलचं क्लासिफिकेशन कसं करतो तुम्ही, हे तुम्ही शिकून घ्या. That's why I'm again and again asking you attend that webinar. A senior professor is going to take 1 hour class. It is totally free. आप तुम्हाला काय जायचं नाही, रजिस्टर करा, अटेंड व्हा. तो तुम्हाला क्लासिफिकेशन ऑफ सॉइल डिटेल मध्ये चांगलं कळतंय. ओके. Now the consistency limits and related indexes are very useful for identification and classification. Classification of silty and clayey soils by HRB other systems is based on liquid limit and plasticity index. तर तुम्ही जेव्हा ग्राफ तयार करतात, when you prepare the graph, so from that graph liquid limit and plasticity index, liquid limit and plasticity index define what type of soil it is. So liquid limit is very important in deciding what type of soil. ह्या particular soil चा एवढं liquid limit आहे म्हणजे we will put that in that particular group. Plasticity index ह्याचा एवढा आहे म्हणजे that is in particular group. So based on liquid limit and plasticity index only, we are going to define the classification. We are going to classify the soil. The liquid limit of clay indicates its compressibility. आणखी एक गोष्ट आठवून ठेवून घ्या, लिक्विड लिमिट compressibility पण डिनोट करते. What is compressibility, what is consolidation, what is compaction? In the further chapters I will go. So what the liquid limit denotes? Liquid limit denotes the compressibility also. More the liquid limit, more the compressibility. Higher the liquid limit, higher the compressibility. The compression index of the normally consolidated clay is found to be dependent on the liquid limit. Is dependent on the liquid limit. So compressibility depends on liquid limit. If the soil is having more liquid limit, means what it indicates? It indicates the soil is having more liquid limits. But what it indicates? It indicates it is having more compressibility. Less the liquid limit, less the compressibility. This is second important thing. First is it is useful in classification of soil. Then it decides the compressibility. The plastic limit of a soil depends upon both on the amount and type of clay in the soil. Of course, plasticity is the property of clay, not of that sand. So basically, तुम्हाला सांगतो मी तुम्हाला मेन क्लासिफिकेशन सॉइल दोन आहेत. ते क्लासिफिकेशन मध्ये आहे ना, पण आम्ही डिवाइड करतो सॉइलला. एक कोहेजिव्ह सॉइल आणि दुसरा आहे कोहेजनलेस सॉइल. कोहेजिव्ह सॉइल मध्ये काय होतं बेटा, C is present. Two shear strength parameters are there. One is C, another is phi. C is called cohesion and phi is called angle of internal friction. तर जेव्हा सॉइल कोहेजिव्ह राहतंय तर तिथे C प्रेझेंट राहतंय आणि phi 0 राहते. फ्रिक्शन 0 राहतंय. कोहेजन इज द मेन पार्ट. तुम्ही त्याला म्हणते तर कोहेजिव्ह सॉइल. आणि बेस्ट एक्झाम्पल ऑफ कोहेजिव्ह सॉइल इज क्ले. Clay is the example of cohesive soil. Whereas cohesionless soil म्हणजे C0 होणार. C0 होणार and their friction is dominant there. So phi is dominant there. Angle of internal friction is dominant there. So phi is more in cohesionless soil. C is more in cohesive soil. What is the example of cohesive soil? Clay. What is the example of cohesionless soil? Sand. What is the example of cohesionless soil is sand. I hope this is clear to you. Correct? This is clear to you. Cohesionless soil, cohesive soil. Okay. Next is the plastic limit of a soil depends both on the amount and type of clay in the soil. The plastic limit of a soil depends both on the amount and type of clay in the soil. These limits are often used in specifications for soil compaction. The liquid and plastic limit depends on both the type and amount of clay, whereas the plasticity depends upon the first approximation only on the amount of clay. The water relation between various consistency limits can thus give information both about the type and amount of clay. Means kiti clay hai, kiti amount hai. Based on these limits we can find. So basically एवढं सगळं वाचलेलं main important thing is classification of soil मध्ये consistency plays a very important role. Very important role. So this is the importance of consistency of soil. Further it is that strength of soil decreases with the increasing plastic limit, whereas compressibility increases. This is also, these are all small things you should remember it. एमसीक्यूज मध्ये तुम्हाला कोणत्याही कॉम्पिटेटिव्ह एक्झाम मध्ये असलेच विचारतात. तर सॉइलचं स्ट्रेंथ कमी होतंय केव्हा प्लास्टिक लिमिट जास्त झाल्यानंतर. प्लास्टिक लिमिट किती कमी राहिलं तेवढं स्ट्रेंथ जास्त राहणार. प्लास्टिक लिमिट जास्त झाल्यानंतर इट इज ऑटोमॅटिक. जसं बघा, जसं जसं प्लास्टिक लिमिट जास्त होणार म्हणजे वॉटर कंटेंट जास्त होणार. जेव्हा वॉटर कंटेंट जास्त होणार सॉइलचं स्ट्रेंथ आपलं आपण कमी होणार. हो ना. सॉलिड स्ट्रेंथ बघा, लिक्विड होत झालं म्हणजे त्याचं शिअर स्ट्रेंथ कमी होणार. व्हेअरएज कॉम्प्रेसिबिलिटी इन्क्रीजेस. पण प्लास्टिक लिमिट जास्त झाल्यानंतर काय जास्त होणार? कॉम्प्रेसिबिलिटी इन्क्रीजेस. One more thing I would like to remind you is soil's main strength, soil's failure is shear strength. Soil is totally based on shear strength. What about steel and concrete? कोणी सांगतात का मला? कॉन्क्रीट मध्ये कोणतं स्ट्रेंथ जास्त राहत आहे आणि स्टील मध्ये कोणतं राहत आहे? चॅट बॉक्स मध्ये आपली सर आरसीसी मध्ये शिकला असाल की तुम्ही. आरसीसी स्टील शिकलात का नाही अजून?
नो सर.
स्टील शिकवलेत की सर? आता कोकरे सर शिकवलेत की स्टील?
आरसीसी स्ट्रक्चर नाही झालं सर अजून.
गोसावी सर शिकवलेत का तुम्हाला आरसीसी?
नो.
नो. ओके. हा, तर आठवण ठेवू द्या तुम्ही. तुम्ही डिप्लोमाचे पण नाहीत ना, तर तुम्हाला माहिती नाही. कॉन्क्रीट आता तुम्ही बघतात कॉलम आहे कॉन्क्रीटचं. थोडं थोडं बेसिक सांगतो मी तुम्हाला. कॉन्क्रीटचं कॉलम बघतात ना तुम्ही कुठंतरी कन्स्ट्रक्शन होताना, त्याच्यामध्ये स्टीलचे रॉड्स राहतात. हो ना, दिसतात ना तुम्हाला स्टील? ओके. तर स्टील कॉन्क्रीट मध्ये काय ऍड करते तुम्हाला माहित आहे? काय ऍड करते सांगू मी तुम्हाला. कॉन्क्रीट इज व्हेरी मच गुड इन टेकिंग compressive forces. But it is very weak in tensile. Concrete is very weak in tensile, tension मध्ये. So what we do is, as steel is strong in tension, so we will put steel in the concrete and it is called reinforced concrete. That is called RCC. Reinforced cement concrete. RCC म्हणजे काय? RCC चं घर आहे. RCC म्हणतो की तेच कॉन्क्रीट मध्ये स्टील घालून जे तुम्हाला तयार करून बिल्डिंग करते. इट इज कॉल्ड स्लॅब, बीम्स, जळी घालते तुमचे कॉलम सोलम सगळं. So why we do like that is, concrete is very much strong in कशामध्ये? Compression. Steel is strong in taking tension, whereas soil is very strong in taking shear strength. तर सॉइलचं काय स्ट्रेंथ राहत आहे? शियर स्ट्रेंथ राहत आहे. आता इथं काय म्हणता येतं ना, when plastic limit increases, strength will decrease. It is automatically. Plastic limit is increasing means water content is increasing. When more water is there means its solidity will be less. But remember, when plastic limit or liquid limit, whatever the limits are there, when they increases means definitely compressibility also increases. Compressibility also increases. Next is, in standard compaction test, the plastic limit can be taken as a rough guide for the value of OMC. कॉम्पॅक्शन काय, ओएमसी काय, मी जेव्हा तुम्हाला कॉम्पॅक्शन चॅप्टर शिकवतो तेव्हा मी सांगतो. कॉम्पॅक्शन म्हणजे काय, जस्ट थोडं बेसिक सांगत जातो मी तुम्हाला. कॉम्पॅक्शन म्हणजे काय करतो मी तुम्हाला काय सांगितलं? सॉइल इज मेड अप ऑफ एअर अँड सॉलिड. एअर मध्ये म्हणजे व्हाईट्स अँड सॉलिड्स. व्हाईट्स मध्ये काय काय राहणार? एअर राहणार आणि पाणी राहणार, वॉटर राहणार. तर आम्ही काय करतो तर sometimes we use artificial procedures. So what we do is we run the roller. पिच आहे ना, पिच मध्ये क्रिकेटचं पिच, त्याच्या रोलर चालवतात नाही बघा तुम्ही, आमच्या ग्राउंड मध्ये काम चाललंय. सो ते काय करतो तुम्ही? सो बाय पुटिंग द रोलर विल प्रेस इट, and when we put the pressure on the soil, no, what happens? Soil is made up of whites and your solids. तर तेव्हा तुम्ही प्रेशर सॉइलवर घातल्यानंतर ते व्हाईट्स मधलं जे एअर आहे ना ते एक्सपेल होणार. आणि जेव्हा व्हाईटचं एअर एक्सपेल होणार तर व्हॅल्यूम कमी होणार. व्हॅल्यूम जेव्हा कमी होणार, हे सगळे 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 जवळ येणार सॉइल पार्टिकल्स. जेव्हा आणखी जवळ येणार डेन्सिटी वाढणार. डेन्सिटी वाढणार तर स्ट्रेंथ पण वाढणार. सो दॅट इज वाय व्हॉट वी डू इज रोलर चालवतो. रोलर चलावा सॉइल पे मध्ये. व्हाय वी डू ऑल दिस थिंग्स? To this process is called compaction. So what is the purpose of compaction? In compaction, whatever the air is there in the soil, no, that is expelled. And when that is expelled means these comes near to each other. Though when they becomes dense, strength will be increased. So this procedure is called compaction, and in compaction you have to find OMC, optimum moisture content, and MDD. That I will tell you all the things when we do that chapter. So at present, just you remember, rough idea gives the value of OMC. Suppose if you know the plastic limit of particular soil, if you know the plastic limit of a particular soil, that plastic limit will give you the idea of water content. What is OMC? What is the OMC of that particular soil? That can be we get from plastic limit. Plastic limit. One more limit is there. That is the shrinkage limit. Shrinkage limit gives the idea about shrinkage or swelling, which is likely to take place after being compacted at specified moisture content. श्रिंकेज लिमिट ना तुम्हाला काय आयडिया मिळत आहे की स्वेलिंग होणार आहे का कॉम्प्रेस होणार आहे. का म्हणजे श्रिंकेज लिमिट त्याला म्हणते तर तुम्ही किती पाणी काढा व्हॉल्यूम चेंज होणार नाही. व्हॅल्यू वाढलंय म्हणजे स्वेलिंग झालंय. स्वेलिंग ब्लॅक कॉटन सॉइल मध्ये बघा तुम्ही थोडं एक दोन थोडं पाणी घाला सॉइल फुलून जातं. बट दॅट सॉइल इज व्हेरी डेंजरस फॉर फाउंडेशन, व्हेरी डेंजरस. So shrinkage limit gives the idea about shrinkage or swelling. किती swelling होणार आणि किती shrinkage होणार that particular moisture content ला तर that values we will get. That is the shrinkage limit. Now if a soil is compacted at its OMC, which happens to be higher than its shrinkage limit, the compacted soil mass is likely to if a soil is compacted at its OMC, OMC म्हणजे optimum moisture content. This I will tell you afterwards. So because OMC तुम्हाला टर्म माहिती नाही, फक्त तुम्ही एवढंच आठवण ठेवून घ्या की by the shrinkage limit, from the shrinkage limit we can decide that how much the soil is going to swell or shrinkage. Swell म्हणजे असं वाढणार, सॉइलचं वाढणार, आणि shrinkage म्हणजे कमी होणार. shrinkage म्हणजे कमी होणार. That we study from shrinkage limit. That we get from shrinkage limit. Okay. कुछ डाउट है यहाँ तक? So this is all about importance of various limits. So you should know what is plastic limit, what is liquid limit, what is shrinkage limit, and what are its importances. What are its importance? So mainly liquid limit and plasticity index are used for what? Used for classification of soil. That is the very more important. And from the shrinkage limit, what we decide? From the shrinkage limit, what we decide is how much it swell or how much it shrinks. Swell म्हणजे जास्त व्हायचं. बघा किती शेतात जा तुम्ही केव्हा केव्हा माती किती फुलके रहता है ना, मिट्टी कितना फुलके रहता. और कभी कभी समर के दिनों में देखो पूरा सूख जाता, तड़क आ जाते और मिट्टी दब जाता, और वही थोड़ा बारिश गिर रही है तो एकदम फिर फूल जाता सॉइल. सो दिस इज वेरी गुड. दिस प्रॉपर्टी इज वेरी गुड फॉर agriculturist. This is very good for agriculturist, but not for construction purposes. कंस्ट्रक्शन पर्पज मध्ये तुमचं सॉइल एकदम वाढलेलं एकदम कमी होलाला म्हणजे बिल्डिंगचं सेटलमेंट स्टार्ट होत आहे. तुम्ही बघा ब्लॅक कॉटन सॉइल मध्ये कुठेही बिल्डिंग बांधलेलं राहते क्रॅक्स येतात. काय येते? Because of this property, swelling and shrinking property of soil. ते केव्हाही होऊ शकतं, पुन्हा केव्हाही shrink होऊ शकतं. So this is very good for your agriculture purpose. That soil is very fertile, we can say, but not in case of construction purposes. So as far as possible, we should avoid using expansive soils. The soils are called expansive soil. Even if it is urgent, necessary is there, small constructions are there, then you use some ground improvement techniques. Many ground improvement techniques are there. Use those ground improvement techniques, and from that we can improve the property of soil, and again you can go for construction. But if you are going for some, big malls or some big 10-20 story buildings, then you have to go for deep foundation. So the next semester we will study what is deep foundation, what is shallow foundation. So as far as possible, building should be avoided in the expansive soil. But if it is necessary, building is small, load coming on it is very small, go for some ground improvement techniques. Now you may ask, so what is this ground improvement techniques? Ground improvement techniques means we'll do something on the soil. काहीतरी करतो त्याच्यामध्ये काहीतरी मिक्स करतो, त्याला ग्रुपिंग करतो, असं सॉइलवर काहीतरी एक फंक्शन कमी करून we will try to improve the property of that soil. We will try to improve the property of that soil. Got it? So even after putting this one also, suppose the building is very large, then go for deep foundation. And deep foundation means you have to go totally deep. It is very expensive, but you have to go for it. And one of the popular deep foundation is pile foundation. One of the proper foundation is pile foundation. I hope you understood the importance of liquid limit, plastic limit, and shrinkage limit. If you have any doubts, you can ask. Otherwise, in the chat box, you write yes, I will go further. Whether liquid limit, plastic limit, and shrinkage limit are very much clear to you. And you people, most of you are remaining absent. So today I will ask the CC and HOD sir to call you people personally. I will also call. So from next time onwards, please remember attendance is compulsory because we are giving you leniency and you are, utilizing it. आम्ही तुम्हाला काय म्हणत म्हटले की तुम्ही you have taken us as granted. Okay. Very good, Snehal. She's saying everything is clear now. So all the things are very much clear now. So once again, you remember, concrete is strong in compression. Steel is strong in tension, whereas soil tensile. आणखी एक गोष्ट सांगा, तुम्ही कॉन्क्रीट तुम्ही तयार करतात हो ना, सिमेंट घेतात, सगळं मिक्स करतात तर कॉन्क्रीट तयार होतं. स्टील पण फॅक्टरीमध्ये तुम्ही तयार करतात. सॉइल तुम्ही तयार करतात का? ऑफकोर्स आर्टिफिशियल आजकाल लँड एम सॅन्ड मॅन्युफॅक्चरिंग सॅन्ड ते काय करू शकता तुम्ही, बट soil cannot be manufactured. That is why studying soil is very difficult. Studying soil is very difficult. You cannot say that soil properties are like this or like this one. That's why maximum research is still going on soil. Okay. So now next topic is what are the differences between consistency limits and relative density. Whatever the consistency limit, liquid, plastic, and shrinkage we got, difference between that one and relative density. Relative density means ID. This also I defined. E max minus E divided by E minus E minimum, something like this. It is there. So go through that formula. So what is the difference between that relative density and consistency limits? What is the difference between these two, consistency limits and relative density? Consistency limits and relative density. So, consistency limits is applicable for cohesive soils only. Plastic limit, liquid limit, shrinkage limit, and sands काढणार नाहीत. Sands काढणार नाहीत. This is applicable for only cohesive soil. So तुम्हाला माहित राहू दे. पुन्हा एकदा सांगतो. Cohesive soil, cohesionless soil. दोन टाइपचे important classification आहेत soils. Cohesive soil म्हणजे तिथं C cohesion राहणार maximum, phi कमी राहणार. That is friction कमी राहणार. आणि एक्झाम्पल आहे कोहेसिव्ह सॉइलचा क्ले. सेकंड कोहेजनलेस सॉइल, कोहेजनलेस सॉइलचं एक्झाम्पल आहे सॅन्ड. इथं काय डॉमिनंट आहे? फ्रिक्शन डॉमिनंट आहे. फाय इज मोर, कोहेजन इज लेस. सो दॅट इज द डिफरन्स बिटवीन कोहेजनलेस अँड कोहेसिव्ह सॉइल. कोहेसिव्ह सॉइल इज क्ले, कोहेजनलेस सॉइल इज सॅन्ड. सो नाउ डिफरन्स बिटवीन कंसिस्टन्सी अँड रिलेटिव्ह डेन्सिटी. सो कंसिस्टन्सी लिमिट्स, this is applicable for cohesive soils. This is applicable for cohesionless soils. This denotes the degree of firmness. Consistency limits will give degree of firmness. How much firm it is, how much hard it is. This denotes how much compact it is. Firmness म्हणजे एक फ्लो आहे, लिक्विड मध्ये आहे, प्लास्टिक मध्ये आहे, का फ्लो होणार आहे, का सेमी सॉलिड मध्ये आहे. Everything we can decide from the consistency limits. Everything we decide from the consistency limits, whereas compaction is decided from relative density. More the relative density, more loose it is. Like this. Function of water content. So consistency is nothing but function of water content. Liquid limit, plastic limit, shrinkage limit एक काय सगळे हे water content है. But relative density is the function of White's ratio. Function of White's ratio. So these are the major differences between consistency limits and relative density. Relative density. I hope things are clear to you now. Okay. Whether these derivations we did better, I think this we did. हे सर लिक्विड लिमिट प्लास्टिक लिमिट सर झालंय की तुमचं हो ना 12 स्लाइड इज ओवरली टोटली ओव्हर है ना स्नेहल 12 झालंय काय कंप्लीट श्रिंकेज लिमिट डिफाइन केलो पुन्हा हे फॉर्म्युला मी सांगितलं तुम्हाला दिस इज द फॉर्म्युला फॉर श्रिंकेज लिमिट then I defined this one then we did this also totally this is which slide this is also over I think 15th. So this is the 15th now we will go for 15th but 15th से अभी 14th ही clear नहीं होना आपका this is the 14th okay 14th तो हाँ now we will go for this problem okay so I think we will take the break. So you take down this figure before going. I will tell the problem. You take the figure and then I will explain. The Atterberg limits of a clay are 52%, 30%, and 18%. So this is having 52% liquid limit. Plastic limit is 30% and shrinkage limit is 80%. As you know, the liquid limit is more. The Atterberg limits of a clay are 52%, 30%, and 18%. If the specimen of this soil shrinks from a volume of 39.5 centimeter cube at the liquid limit to a volume of 24.2 centimeter cube, 24.2 centimeter cube at the shrinkage limit, calculate the true specific gravity. Calculate the true specific gravity. Specific gravity calculate करायचा आहे. हे फिगर करून घ्या तुम्ही आणि तिथनं ब्रेक घ्या लवकर फिगर काढून घ्या लिक्विड लिमिट मध्ये एवढा आहे श्रिंकेज लिमिट मध्ये एवढा आहे आणि व्हाट इज दिस ड्राय सॅम्पल आहे ड्राय सॅम्पल श्रिंकेज लिमिट लिक्विड लिमिट दिस इज V1 M1 दिस इज MD दिस इज 0.52 MD this is 0.18 MD how it comes I will tell in the next class and next class in the sense after break so you take down these figures तरच तुम्हाला प्रॉब्लेम कळत आहे लवकर उतरून घ्या ते you take down that much then only you will understand you take down the figure